Hello everybody, it's Scott with ST Vapes, and I know it's been a while. It's been a good while since I've got a review up. But the job that pays the bills has kept me very busy, so I haven't had a whole lot of time. Also, there's been a new thing introduced into my life, which is called Vaporium.net, and slightly been living on that a little bit, so I promise to do better, guys. But today we are going to be looking at the IPV D2 from Pioneer for You. I've had this one now, this little stealthy device right here. I've had it for a little over 2 weeks. I got this one at my local brick and mortar, Vaporwise. I want to give a quick shout out to Danny and Chris. Guys, thanks for hooking me up there. Was actually in the shop a couple weeks ago, and a buddy of mine in there that works named Chris had one, and I was like, man, that thing is just it's awesome. It's just a real small little stealthy device, and I said I got to get my hands on one of those. So they hooked me up and run it for 2 weeks now, and I gotta say, it's nice. I've got the Sigeli 75, and in my opinion, it beats it out, bar none. It just, battery life tends to seem a little bit better, which we'll talk about later. But I mean, fit in the hand, you can just see. If you want a little, all day on the go device, pretty nice. But we're going to go down, take a look at it. Not a whole lot to see, but I'll show you what I can on it, and vape on it some, and I'll tell you what I think about it. So let's go down, take a look at it. Alright, so here's the device in the box. You can see it comes in the typical Pioneer for You, what they call their gift box. Also, you see right there, it's checked in black, which that's the one I have. But they state they have a silver one. Have not seen that one yet, and can only speculate that that will be coming in the future. But to my knowledge, the only one they have out there is in the black. But of course, it's a little 75-watt device, temperature controlled, and the typical little jazz that they will put on here. So let's go ahead and take this out. So you get your user manual, and it gives you about as much information as what you need to operate this device. There are a few things that I'm noticing in the manual that have been left out, and I'll discuss that here in just a second. And you have your warranty card. Of course, they are using a new company to do their warranty, so it is no longer Asmodus. So you have that. It comes with your little USB cable, and you can see now it's not a micro USB. They changed the cable up here a little bit, and I'll show you the plug-in for that. So you can charge the battery with this cable on there. It does not state anywhere in the user's manual, and I have not seen, if there are upgrades you can do to this device. I'm not seeing where they're saying this is some form of data cable to transfer firmware over. I could be wrong, but I just don't have that information right now. But I'll keep my eyes out on it, and if something further comes along with it, I will do an update to this. But And then you have the device itself. Of course, you get your little certificate there, and it seemed to have passed. And this is just a little foam inlay. There's nothing in there, so comes in this cellophane bag. So here's the device, and when I tell you this device is small, it is small. It comes with this little skin on it, which is pretty easy to maneuver off and on. It feels real cheap, it's real thin, but when it's actually on the device itself, it feels pretty good. I like to keep mine on there. Some of these sleeves that are coming with devices now, I don't particularly care for, but this one in general, I really do like. And there's actually just a little bit of a trick to putting this one on that might help you. I'll show you, and it's fairly easy. So it has this clamshell in the back. It is a single 18650 battery that goes in it. You've got these little ball bearings that keep the clamshell in place once it is closed. And they do give you a ribbon. And it's very easily marked which way your battery needs to go in. The construction on this, I mean, it feels great. And like I said, get that ribbon out the way. It's very easy to navigate, pops on. You can hear a little bit going on there with it, but I don't really feel it trying to slide off at all. I have heard some people state when they got theirs, the clamshell itself did not want to fit or stay on that well. The little trick to it is, if you get one, you can kind of just actually squeeze it with your hand a little bit if you have to, and it will stay in there. But also too, with the sleeve on, you're not going to have any issues. So let's go ahead and put a battery in, and we'll show you the features on here. So, pop that in, slide that up. First of all, let me read some stats off to you real quick. So, this one is a 7 watt to 75 watt. The output voltage is from 3.6 volt to 7 volt. On temp control, it's from 10 joules to 50 joules. Input voltage is 3.2 to 4.5 volts. Standard resistance is from a 0.2 ohm to 3.0, and in joules mode, it's from 0.05 to 0.3 ohms. In Celsius, it goes from 100 to 300, and in Fahrenheit, it's from 212 degrees to 572 degrees. And the chip that is inside this is a Yeehee. It is the Yeehee SX130H. All right. So, typical chip and startup on this, 5 clicks on. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Get your little Pioneer for You symbol to come up. So there's the board on there. And let me get that back on. So 5 clicks, and it'll take you through your settings, and also up will put you in your temp, which is joule. It has your Fahrenheit, your temp. If you're running a coil, or also when you get on your coil, if you click up, it'll take it into titanium. So you have the option of which one you want to run, which is nice on a small device like this. So let's go to exit. Now we're in temp control. And it's a very easy to navigate this one, just like really all of them are. But so that'll give you your temp up top, your ohms reading at the bottom, and then your joules, of course. So 5 clicks again. And let's go through the system. I'm going to take it back into power mode. I'm going to exit, and we're back there. So very easy to navigate. Also on this device, if you want to lock the screen, you hold the button. You hold your power and your up. Get my big fingers out the way. Lock, and to unlock it, same thing, up and power. It unlocks. Also, the device has an ADDI lock, which I'll have to throw it back on here in a second and show you. But it's your up and down buttons that you'll hold. And I don't know if it probably won't do it without. It'll show you that. But now, one thing I have to say, I've discovered out of a few other videos that people started stating that the ADDI lock itself doesn't appear to work on it. Now, in my findings on it, I have come to see that it will set to whatever your coil reading is at, and you would think that it should hold it in that place, but as soon as you hit your fire button, your coil kind of, it doesn't lock it into there. Now, I don't know the exacts with all this on the ADDI lock, but I can't be honest with you to tell you whether or not it's locking in there. So that's something maybe to see further down the road what comes up. Is that a deal breaker? By no means to me. Normally when I'm firing whatever ADDI, dripper, whatever I have on there, it seems to be pretty accurate. It doesn't jump around a whole lot on me. But battery life, let's get to that. Battery life on this one, you know, I was a little upset with the Sigelli, even though going into it, battery life just, I knew it wasn't going to be good. But after I got it, I realized, man, this sucks. Battery life seems to be a little bit better on this one, and we'll talk a little bit more in a minute. Also, it is a spring-loaded 510. And you've got a little venting here at the bottom. And there's your plug-in. The only little feature else I want to show to you on this device is putting this skin on. So, typically if you're holding this in your hands, let me see how well I can do this. If you're trying to put this on a lot of times, you can see the door will want to keep coming down on you. And when I first got it that night, I was like, dadgummit, that sucks, and I'm having to work it. But one guy just said, look, it's easy, just do this right here. And I mean, it seems pretty elementary, but sometimes people just might not use their mind thinking about it. So just keep it on a table, pull it down, bam, you're on. It's all good. It doesn't take much to adjust to get it form fitted and perfect on there. And like I said, the sleeve on it's nice. I do like it. But yeah. So really, like I said, not a whole lot to show on there. But we're going to go up and vape on this now, talk about it a little bit, and I'll give you my final thoughts on it. All right, and we're back. You know me. I'm a big hitter, and of course I wasn't kidding about this, but I was actually looking at it. I sat here and just stated, hey, if you're running a coil in it, when I was showing you the nickel and titanium stage, well, of course, you big dummy, you're running a coil in it, but that's whatever. So, final thoughts on this device. I like it. I really do like it. This device in the past 2 weeks has really been the only device in my hands, and it's great. perfect little device to carry around. Um, like I said, you can go up to 75 watts. Now, I made the statement also that the Sigeli, got pretty shitty battery life, and it does. If you're running high wattage on a single 18650 battery, you're not going to get the best of battery life. If you're using any device that you have to change batteries out, or even plug in and charge, I mean, it just comes with the territory. Now, people could say, well, I can take a device with me that will last longer on a dual. Well, of course you can, but it's no problem for me to carry around an extra battery during the day. And to be honest with you, when I go to work, I can survive off of one battery. I don't just wear this one out, but I do keep an extra on me. But for some reason, I tend to get a little better battery life out of this one, and hey, I'm enjoying it. So right now I got the crown tank on this one, and I am going. Normally on the crown tank, I got a 0.5 coil in it. I keep it at 60 watts. I mean, and here's the vape you can get off. So, it's a little powerhouse. It really is. And size-wise, I'll give you a few comparisons. And this is a real good comparison. So here's a little iStick 30. And there is the D2. Now look at the size. There's really no difference in size at all. 30, 75, and temp controlled. And we'll do titanium on here. So that's really the only size difference you need, because everybody should know what an iStick 30 size is. So like I said, it's perfect for me. Very small. So you see my setup here with the crown. Now something that's even a little bit better. I'm going to show you this RDA on here. And you talk about nice, stealthy, small device. This is what I love right here. I got this little Petri on here. Look at that. I mean, that's just badass. What can I say again? I'm sold again on another device. Now, I know a lot of people hate on Pioneer for You, and some of their business practices are not the best in the world, but I've got 2 of their devices, and I've been happy with both of them. I have no complaints out of them. But I really have been enjoying this one. But, of course, there's going to be other things to come down, and I'll just keep getting them. But I do recommend this one right here. I really do. I think for somebody that's on the go, that doesn't mind keeping up with another battery on them if they vape pretty heavy, it's an all-around perfect device again. And I did state earlier, there's one thing that I have picked up on this device that I'm not seeing anywhere in this pamphlet at all. The night I bought the device, I put a tank on it. Really had no juice at all in the tank. Was getting ready to put some in, but I wanted to take a quick hit on it. And when I did, it flashed across my screen, no liquid. Which to me was either sensing that there wasn't anything getting to the coil and it recognized that, or what. Now, I haven't seen that on my IPV3 Li. It's never done that, and I've put it through some of the same stuff as what I've done with this one. it said that, but like I said, that doesn't appear up in the user manual at all as it being some type of warning code or whatever. Now, also somebody else stated, and I don't know if they messed this up or not, but we did a live show the other night. Somebody made a comment about they were seeing test come across. Now, we couldn't find out whether or not they had a sample item and that was actually stamped on there, or if test was coming across the screen. We never got that far with it. But if it is coming across the screen, I have not seen it myself yet, but I mean, it could be something else in there that's going on that, you know, they just haven't stated. So there might be a few hidden features that I guess I might experience in future time, but I haven't had any issues with it. Nothing crazy going on. And like I said, fairly good battery life out of it. It's just been an all-around good device so far to me. And like I said, I've been running it now just a little over 2 weeks. And man, it's pretty much been my go-to. Online right now, I'm seeing them go from anywhere from low 50s to mid 70s. You're just going to have to shop it and look around. Like I said, I got hooked up in my own shop on this one, so, but it is, if you can get it in the $50 range, it's perfect. I mean, I just can't say any more about it. So, yeah, check it out. I really do think you'll enjoy this one. Well, that's really all I got on this one. I can only show you so much on a device, and, you know, other than battery life, once again, it's the person that you are and how you vape is the life you're going to get out of your battery. So I can only tell you what I get out of mine and my vaping style. But, well, once again, I always like to thank my subscribers out there and future subscribers to come. It's steadily growing, and I appreciate everybody for it. Still doing the live show each week, so that takes up a little bit of time too, but really been enjoying that. And I don't really guess I got anything else for y'all. Other than, as always, thanks for watching, and have a great day.